Do you have any idea what it might be about your songwriting that has earned a Juno nomination?
I don't know. Whoever decided that it deserved to be among the, maybe needed to have their emotions exercised, because I think that's what my songs do for the most part. It's an incredible honor to be in that category. I think as a songwriter, you know, it's the thing that I want when I'm dead to be known for is to have been a great songwriter. So just being in that category is a huge win for me.
Can you talk about how it's different to be co-writing than it is to be writing alone?
Yeah, I wanted to do co-writing for such a long time and was absolutely intimidated by it, thinking that I think my biggest fear was slowing down the process, because I tend to get, you know, very focused on one thing, and sometimes I have to kind of think about something for 3 or 4 months or until I figure out what it is I'm trying to say. And I was just worried that I would get into a room and everyone would be like, and I'd be like, but I want to think about this longer. But now I understand that the way that I kind of approach co-writing is that I just walk into the room with whatever I have, and I kind of take the temperature of what role people are going to play that day. And if I need to be a leader, I can be a leader. But if not, I can just take cues from whoever might feel like they need the lead. And I oftentimes don't necessarily walk in with an idea, because I like to see what the combination of chemistry and electricity is in the room. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I do have an idea and it works. But I think what I did was I removed the person who thought that the song needed to be for me, for Rose Cousins to sing. And I just was like, it doesn't have to be. And that frees me to write whatever. Are you comfortable being with that vulnerability in that situation? Most of the co-writing that I've done hasn't necessarily been driven for me. I think if I was going in and saying I want to write a song for me today, the vulnerability level would be a lot different. And I want to step up to that vulnerability. I think the whole idea of writing a song is vulnerable, and the more you can bring of that to the room, the greater the song's going to be. 100% of the time, the songs that really get us are the ones that are the most truthful and real and raw, and that's what I'm interested in. So vulnerability is terrifying and an absolutely great tool. I have never aimed at anything when I was making a record. I think what happens is that in between records I collect. I live and I collect experiences, and then I write about those experiences, the deeply impactful, emotional ones. Some are observational, not necessarily my own, but a lot of it is just writing from experience, and the darker corners that a lot of people don't talk about relationships, on a spectrum of relationships, whether it's familial or friend or romantic. It's almost like going into the middles of different parts of relationships and talking about that one dark spot, or that thing that everybody knows is happening every day and no one talks about.